right. So let's start with this because it's going to impact the rest of this call. So we finalized the configuration variables for Denkun. And they have changed a bit, sadly. So we will have to run a new DevNet. So Line explains this quite well here, but as a quick summary, basically, this max blobs per block variable we wanted to set to 2, if I remember correctly from the previous weeks. And basically the idea is that now we're going to set this to 6, like Ethereum, and only limit the max blob, so with the gas limit in the execution layer, meaning that we kind of keep compatibility with the consensus layer the same as Ethereum. And if we need to increase the blob usage, then we can do it just from the execution layer. So just with view all, basically, without requiring us to fork all the consensus layer clients.
Yeah, I can justify why this is not an attack vector. So with the current DNAP specs, blobs are propagated independently in a blob sidecar. The blob sidecar now includes an inclusion proof into the block, plus the block header and the block signature. So what you can do, if you want to exploit the delta between the maximum gas and what the consensus layer considers as max blobs, you have to craft a block that includes more blobs than it should, such that your inclusion proof is correct, or you do an incorrect block. Either way, you will sacrifice your proposal because it will be rejected for the execution node once it's validated. At most, what you can achieve is to propagate a set of blob sidecars through the network that will eventually be dropped and never included on chain. So you don't have free data availability. So basically, the attack vector is, if you're a proposer and you're willing to sacrifice your block proposal, you can include more blobs than you should and force the network to propagate them. In my opinion, this does not increase the current security model, since you can today create a block with invalid transactions that have as much data as possible to the maximum gossip limit. And that block will propagate because the gossip rules only check the proposer signature. And eventually the block will be dropped by the network when everyone discards it. This is exactly what happened on the incident a few weeks ago, where the invalid blocks were propagated through the entire network and eventually dropped by everyone. So for that reason, if there is no new DOS vector, and we should have these numbers such that the merkleization is the same, and we can include the gas whenever we want. Andrew?
Yeah, so is it correct that this only changes the CL spec, but on the EL side, this max blobs remains 6? Oh, sorry, not 6.2.
Correct. So on execution, the number of blobs is bounded by the max gas allowed for the blobs.
Right. Okay.
Okay, just to reconfirm, so no changes regarding the 4844 parameters in execution clients, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you guys don't have to do anything. It's just basically to remain compatible with Ethereum, and the work was mostly making sure that this doesn't introduce any like issues or vulnerabilities or things like that. Yeah, so now that this is finalized and will soon be merged in the configs repo, we are going to start opening PRs for the CLs so that we can also use them in the devnets later on, right? Because, for example, Lighthouse you could not use because the preset is not yet built in. This will be done soon, so hopefully we can also add them to the devnet. And yeah, so this brings me to the DevNet, of course. So we will have to spin up a new one. It's not that different, but might as well make sure that everything is the same as the minutes is going to be. So yeah, Carlos, if you can work on that. I'm not sure if he's here actually. Yeah, he is. Perfect, thank you. And then I wanted to hear from Erigon what the issue is with the DevNet, I guess, because it's kind of, I mean, yeah, it would be nice if you could join this as soon as possible.
Yeah, so I was hitting a try-root mismatch. I sort of pointed the block range. I think it's around 260-ish. So around the time Cancun gets activated. I'm sort of looking into it. Could not do much yesterday, so probably be able to figure it out today.
Okay. Yeah, Marek?
Yeah, about DevNet, I think there are some issues with Nethermind nodes, but I haven't checked by myself. So maybe Ruben or Carlos can comment more what's going on if we have more knowledge.
Yeah, so our plan is to run a new DevNet because we faced a few issues in this one. So we're going to run a new one and collect some specific acceptance messages for later analysis because we have some suspicions, but we need to prove them either right or wrong. So we need to run a new DevNet, so let's call it DevNet 2 today.
So what are those suspicions?
Well, one is it's a problem with tree nodes and state roots, and we think it might be related to empty slots. So our 4844 guys are gonna check this. But right now we don't have any good reports in the logs, so we need a new DevNet to like track those exceptions like specifically.
Okay, sounds good. And this will be done today, right? You said.
Yes, that's the plan.
Awesome, perfect.
But I'm not sure. Can we try those new CL parameters, or we need some new images from consensus clients?
No, I mean, those variables were not in CL clients yet. So Lodestar and Deku just use the local config, like a local config folder. So I think we can just use the new ones. Yeah, Carlos?
Yeah, I just want to add, we can configure and try new ones there. But anyway, as we are, I'm the one building these configs, so just wanted to make sure if someone reviewed previous DevNet's configuration, just to make sure we are not doing something wrong on CL side. I'm pretty sure EL might be well configured, but just to discard, we have some configuration issue on CL, as I'm not very familiar with it.
Lion, could you please do that?
Sure.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Awesome. So are there any news regarding Hive tests?
Yes, we already added Erigon to the party, and all the tests should be on both clients already. We have Jet 3, and we should have a dashboard in the same dashboard that we have the withdrawal test. We should have the Cancun test. That should be up and running in a couple of hours. Right now, the tests are running, so they will be shown on the dashboard later today. And eventually, the more we add, they will be shown there.
Awesome, sounds good. Thank you.
Just quick comment. Can you send me the link, please, for the configs? Can find them.
Yeah, it's pinned on Telegram.
Okay, thanks.
So regarding client updates, Nethermind, do you have anything new, I guess?
No specific updates, just trying to get something for Shatter before Dev Connect. So trying to set up their the thing that they send us for P2P connection. But I'm just playing around because it's all completely new tech stack. So I just ping them on Telegram and we'll see.
Awesome. Erigon?
No specific updates. We're having an offsite in Istanbul this week, so we might be late with replying to some requests.
Okay, makes sense. But yeah, I mean, if you could figure out the DevNet thing, that would be very helpful.
Sure.
Okay, so for Geth, sadly Guillaume couldn't join today, but so basically there's an issue with he's doing this new branch. Oh, sorry, Marek, you were raising your hand.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up one thing. So about bad blocks. So I checked the logs and I still see occasional bad blocks. So it might be good sign because I haven't seen like 30 bad blocks in the row, but only 2 or 1 bad block. But anyway, it might, so it could mean two things. One, there is still one more issue, or second, probably most likely some validators didn't upgrade their nodes. So not sure how we could handle it. Maybe if we could check with known proposers that, for example, I don't know, one company updated their nodes and if they have any issues with missing block proposals.
Yeah, I think all the bigger like validators have updated, at least like our partners kind of. But yeah, I'm sure some smaller ones haven't, right? It's always
I'm just wondering if those bad blocks are from small one or from big players, and I don't know the like indexes and so on. So I'm not sure what we could do here.
Can we figure it out maybe with the graffitis and withdrawal addresses maybe?
Do you are you able to ask, for example, any big players if they missing any slots or something like that? I can provide proposer index. I think I tried to find any graffiti and so on, but I think I failed. What I'm trying to do is also check with our infra about our Gnosis validators if they are missing any slots.
Yeah, that would be good. If you have those blocks or at least indexes, that would be perfect, and then we can investigate internally, yes.
Okay. But just, FYI, everyone, that we have still some bad blocks, but it might be a good sign. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about this topic.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so for Geth, there's an issue with the new, like it doesn't sync anymore with the new branch, basically, the Chapella one. Apparently it's an issue with the randomness contract, and Tanishq is going to provide data from Nethermind. So basically, Guillaume is to import all the receipts, if I understood correctly. So yeah, I don't have much more information than that. Hopefully it's correct. But I'm sure Guillaume will give an update soon. On the infra side, Gateway.
Yeah, so literally right now is the meeting that I'm skipping, but we are working on provisioning the resolver for GNO domains, ENS on Gnosis Chain. So that's probably is the big news. Otherwise, all good, all stable. So it's, yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. So the focus, of course, the DevNet. So as a summary, we'll have a new one today, or hopefully or soon, I guess. I guess we'll have Teku and Lothar again from the get-go. We're going to open PRs to update the configs in Lighthouse and the other ones, probably Nimbus and which one am I missing anyways? And then hopefully we can add all of them to the DevNet. And yeah, that's the most important thing at this point. So if there's any comments or questions, please go ahead. If not, well then, thanks for joining and see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. Have a very good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.